Rightio, let's talk about an asteroid which has a minor chance of hitting the moon. So this asteroid was discovered back in 2024, and on initial discovery, the asteroid actually had a small chance of hitting Earth. Through observation though, the probability of it hitting Earth was drastically reduced to effectively zero. But our moon, which has a history of getting impacted, just look at all the craters, still was in the firing line. Currently, the risks of this asteroid hitting the Earth is only around 4%, so close enough to a 1 in 20 chance. But we need further observations of this asteroid to get a better understanding of its orbit and the likelihood of it hitting the moon. Unfortunately, this asteroid has moved out of view of Earth's telescopes. And we're not going to get to see it from Earth until quite close to when it would hit the Earth, which is 2030, sorry, not Earth, the moon, which would hit it in 2032. So I believe from the article that I read in New Scientist, we would not get the chance to see it till 2028, which is too late to do anything about it. And you might ask, well, why would we want to do anything about an asteroid hitting the moon? And I thought the same thing. But as it turns out, this could still have an impact on us, pardon the pun, in that the ejecta, or the shrapnel from this impact, could affect satellites that we use. So NASA is seriously considering whether or not it should do something about this asteroid. Including, the article mentions, using a nuke to explode it near the asteroid to deflect it. But 2028 is far too late, or at very best gives us very little room to do something, or little time. The sooner you can try and deflect an asteroid, the less energy you have to put into it, which I guess also probably means the less chance of you breaking it up, and also opens your options to different ways of doing it. But it has been realised that James Webb Telescope, because it sits so far away from Earth in one of Earth's Lagrange points, which is basically a point of balance in the various gravity wells, it does have a chance to see it in February. On 2 dates, turns out. I can't quite remember the dates. I think it might have been the 16th and the 20th of February. And when it gets this observation, the chances of this asteroid hitting the moon are going to change depending on the observation. Currently, it's thought that the likelihood could drop as low as 1% or could climb to as high as 30%. Now, interestingly, they have given a probability on a probability. So the chances of it climbing to 30% probability, I believe, are in the order of 4 or 5%. So again, still quite low. But it's high enough that NASA are thinking about doing something about this, or at least starting to think about plans, and are looking at tasking the James Webb Telescope to do such an observation. The next observation opportunity, I believe, for James Webb won't be until 2027. So, there you go. The moon could be impacted in 2032, but more than likely, probably not. And there's serious thoughts about whether or not we should actually do something. the idea of planetary defense has been around for quite some time, but the idea of protecting the moon is relatively new. And I guess with the idea of moon bases becoming, or more likely to become, a real thing, particularly with the space race again between, well, not again, but a new space race, which no one's really declaring, between China and America, which I think is a great thing for actually getting everyone back to the moon, is probably going to be more important. Because, of course, an impact on the moon could affect inhabitants of a moon base, or research, or satellites around the moon. And there's already a number of satellites mapping the moon, you know, looking for ice, etc., orbiting the moon at the moment. So watch this space. Come the end of February, we'll know a whole lot more about this, and whether or not NASA's going to do, well, not so much as NASA's going to do something about it, but whether or not NASA's going to take a bit more serious thought about deflecting this asteroid. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little ride around the Kiwa Valley, as well as this little tidbit of science. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Get out there and enjoy life. See ya.